He is the most unguardable human that's ever been created from an offensive standpoint. Can shoot, can dribble, can pass, can drive, can do everything. And right now is literally the prime and the pinnacle, I think, of his career.
I'm Kevin Durant. Y'all know who I am.
He was born with a frame meant for greatness, but a path paved with rejection. Chased by the ghost of his father, mocked for his slender build, adored as a savior in one city, and vilified as a traitor in the next. This is not just the story of a basketball player. This is the story of Kevin Durant, a search for belonging, fought with the most lethal jumper the game has ever seen. Our story begins in Suitland, Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C. Kevin Wayne Durant entered a world of instability. His father left when he was an infant, and he was raised by his mother, Wanda, and grandmother, Barbara.
There would be gunshots, and we would go hide in our homes because you just never knew. It was a real issue.
And having that support system was key, man, because as a kid, I didn't know what was in the neighborhood. You're just influenced by what you see.
He was unusually tall, reaching 6 feet by middle school, a blessing that also made him a target for teasing.
In middle school, I had to be, I want to say about 6 feet.
So were you always the tallest one?
I was always the tallest one, yeah.
But within that shy, towering frame burned an obsession. At 15, he told a trainer, "I know this is what it's going to take." His humility was real. Basketball was his escape, his language. He wore number 35 to honor his AAU coach, Charles Craig, who was murdered at age 35.
Coach Craig, Chucky is what we call him. You know, he told me that one day you can be pretty good, and you know, we worked, and he gave me the first opportunity to play on his team. Tall, skinny kid, I haven't played basketball that much, and of course, the tallest guy always gets the second look. You know, once you walk into the gym, he gave me confidence when I didn't have confidence in myself. He told me every time I stepped on the floor that you're the best player on the floor. He told me to go out there and play like a superstar. And, you know, that's what I tried to do.
He was close with all the kids, but it seemed to me that he and Kevin were a little closer. He and Kevin had the same spirit.
In high school, he was a phenom, the second best prospect in the nation. The fans saw a unicorn, a 6'9" guard who could handle and shoot. The media labeled him the next big thing. But the doubt was always there. He's too skinny. He won't survive the physical NBA.
I've told anybody that once you see him play, anybody could walk in and said, that guy's going to be a great player.
Junior number 33, Kevin Durant.
Kevin was tall and skinny and thin and didn't lift weights much.
Kevin Durant, three-point field goal.
Kevin is going to be one of those special players that can play inside, outside, can become not only just an NBA player, but has the potential to be an NBA All-Star.
Are you serious? Are you serious, America?
Jesus, the guy is 6'9". He is mobile. He's quick. He's fast. I mean, what more does he have to do?
But in the flow of everything, you don't have to design anything, just in the flow of everything.
Oh my goodness. He can grab it and then he can come down and score.
I mean, there's no secret. There's no secret thing that he drinks before the game or that they rub on his ass before the game that makes him that good. The guy is a great athlete that can really play basketball.
Out on Mason on the wing. Now Durant holds up.
Tony, I don't need Nike to tell me that this guy's good. I mean, you look at the numbers, we knew weeks ago when he held the freshman record, when he comes out and blows scoring records away. And the numbers he's putting up as a freshman, seriously, Tony, who puts up numbers like these as a freshman? It's been a long time since, you know, Larry Bird didn't do this as a freshman. He did it maybe as a senior, but freshman year.
The first pick in the 2007 NBA draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Greg Oden from Ohio State University.
Drafted second overall by the Seattle Supersonics, Durant immediately silenced critics, winning Rookie of the Year. When the team moved to Oklahoma City, he became the face of a franchise, a homegrown superstar alongside Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
Kevin Durant and the Thunder taking on the high-scoring Warriors. Second quarter, here's Russell Westbrook. There it is. Off the backboard to Westbrook. Kevin Durant had 32.
Even though the Oklahoma City Thunder are not the best team in the NBA,
What a great move by Durant.
Their star, Kevin Durant, is one of the most popular players in the entire league.
Durant got a little welcome present for the Rockets. Durant.
By 2012, he led the Thunder to the NBA Finals.
We're all brothers on this team, and it just hurts to go out like this, you know. And we made it, you know, to the finals, which was cool for us, but we didn't want to just make it there. Unfortunately, we lost, so it's tough. I didn't want to admit it during the series, but now that it's over, those guys are really good. You know, they're last team standing, so you gotta tip your hat. So it's unfortunate for us, man. We wanted it so bad.
His numbers were video game-like: 4 scoring titles, an MVP season in 2014 where he averaged 32 points per game. For his career, he averages a staggering 27.2 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. He is one of the most efficient high-volume scorers in history. In Oklahoma City, he was a god. KD jerseys were everywhere. He was their beloved Slim Reaper, the humble superstar who brought a small market to the pinnacle. But in 2016, after a heartbreaking 3-1 series lead collapse against the 73-win Golden State Warriors, everything changed. That summer, Durant made the decision that would redefine his entire legacy. On July 4th, 2016, he announced he would join the very team that had just defeated him. The backlash was instant and nuclear. The media called him weak, a bus rider joining a super team. Rival fans burned his jersey.
What was your reaction to KD going to the Warriors?
I was shocked. I was stuck for probably about 2 minutes. I mean, anything that's best for him. You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings, so anything that makes him happy, anything that's good for him, I'm definitely happy for him.
You know, Kevin Durant's my dude, man, and I want to see him, you know, be successful and get a ring. I feel like he deserves it, so you got to do whatever it takes to do it.
It's a move that he had to make on his own. I mean, the reason he gave behind it, you know, is an acceptable one. He wanted to go to a better situation. So,
you know, I'm sure they're still going to be a really dangerous team. So it's going to be fun to see and fun to play against.
If that's what makes him happy, then you got to do what makes you happy. You can't worry about what anybody else thinks.
It shocked the world. You know, he didn't have no press conference and then it was all on social media and you didn't know if it was real or not. So it's definitely crazy.
Sometimes, you know, you got to do what's best for him.
I was surprised, as everybody else, I think. But you know, that's not a bad move for him. So you know, I'm not in a position to comment on that. You know, that's his move, and you know, I wish him well.
I'm not too sure about how I feel about cavorting with the enemy. You know, after that series that they had, because I would have loved to have seen a rematch of that next year, and now that's impossible. So I'm a little selfish. I guess I'm being denied, but I'll get over it.
The news again coming in moments ago. Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it. It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, or, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the top 3 players in the world. He's a quintessential superstar. He deserves all the credit in the world for the talent that he possesses. But the flip side is this. They were up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 different times. He was 48 minutes removed from getting to the NBA Finals by winning the Western Conference. 3 times he failed, particularly in Game 6. And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak. And I don't want to hear any comparisons to that of LeBron James when LeBron James left Cleveland for South Beach.
In Golden State, he found basketball nirvana and personal hell. He won back-to-back championships and finals MVP awards, proving his greatness on the biggest stage. But every title was met with a caveat. He didn't need to earn it. The praise for his sublime skill was always poisoned by the narrative of his choice. Then, in the 2019 finals, chasing a three-peat disaster struck. A calf strain, then a devastating Achilles tendon tear.
And Curry against Tucker on top.
Back to the isolation one-on-one ball.
It's Durant with Shumpert defending, and Kevin Durant laces one through.
And he's hurt.
He is holding on to his right Achilles.
As soon as he made that shot, he started limping.
Look at this. Wow. I don't think he knows what he did.
Look, he looked back at it. He thought someone hit him in the Achilles. Look, right everyone here in Oracle holding their collective breath.
And this is a major story. Timeout.
I don't believe it's a calf injury. This calf strain that they're talking about, I didn't see a calf. I saw an Achilles.
As he fell, he heard the pop and thought, "This is career ending. I'm done." In that moment, the villain was gone, replaced by a human facing a battle that could end it all.
Medical staff, some of his teammates, just so sad to see.
Walking boot on that right leg. He's obviously using crutches, and they depart the building. The scene in the locker room when Kevin went down was one of almost complete silence, raw emotion. It was a difficult moment for everybody that was back in the locker room, including Bob Myers.
Kevin had it's an Achilles injury. I don't know the extent of it.
I'm just devastated for Kevin.
It's tough. Really, it sucks, man. I feel so bad, especially Kevin. That's never fun, man. For him to put his health on the line, to come back and compete at the highest level. I don't know the extent of his injury, but he's one of the best to ever do it. We miss him. We just hope him a speedy recovery.
That the advice had been that the worst that could happen realistically was that he would re-injure the calf. But
do you think that Kevin Durant knew he shouldn't have played and felt the pressure like he had to, but in his heart knew that he was too injured to play?
Kevin Durant played last night, not necessarily because he was ready, but because he was hell-bent on proving that he had that kind of heart.
Who created the climate of expectation that KD was supposed to come back? That would be the Golden State Warriors.
What did he have to prove? What did he have to prove coming back? And yes, I do feel like he was pressured.
I think the way the Warriors have handled this whole thing has been horrific. If you really have his best interest at hand, you say, you're not playing this game. But when it seeps into your mind that you think he could leave, all of a sudden we have to get it right now.
I don't believe there's anybody to blame, but I understand this world. And if you have to, you can blame me.
Hell yeah. And Bob Myers couldn't even shed real tears. I've heard of dry shampoo, but I've never heard of dry tears.
There's going to be blame, there's going to be finger pointing, and we understand that and we accept that.
But there's no real blame here today. It happens, and it's called sports.
The entire NBA just changed tonight. Because the Warriors have to offer him a contract no matter what.
What do you think KD's going to do here?
Honestly, I suspect he's not going to pick that up, and he is going to be a free agent.
If you had cap space, would you go out and sign Kevin Durant, knowing that he will likely be out maybe the whole year? And
I mean, who do you know's come back from an Achilles and been at 30? We're close to the same player that they were before they got injured. It doesn't happen.
I wouldn't even offer him a max contract if I was another team.
Let's say he never even comes back to himself.
Right.
He will always be remembered like as one of the most gifted players of all time.
What followed was one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. An injury that ends careers only fueled him. He returned not as a shell, but arguably better, averaging over 29 points per game in the 2023 playoffs. His drive was described as an obsession, a fire that couldn't be faked. The sentiment has evolved again. Now the conversation is about longevity and legacy. He has climbed to 8th on the NBA's all-time scoring list, yet he remains a lightning rod, recently criticizing how fans and media have ruined basketball discourse by devaluing the regular season. His resume is etched in stone: 2 times NBA champion, 2 times finals MVP, 1-time league MVP, 4 times scoring champion, 15 times All-Star, 4 times Olympic gold medalist, the most decorated men's Olympic basketball player ever. He is, without debate, one of the greatest scorers and players to ever touch a basketball.
Nah, he's a 5-level scorer.
He's a walking bucket.
Yeah. Just a rhythm thing. I'm trying to count the seconds that he takes to make his moves. When does he make them?
I mean, he's Kevin Durant.
I promise we tried.
Playing against KD, I think, was kind of my little welcome to the NBA moment. You know, I guarded him for most of that game, and it was really just nothing you could do. I mean, like, you can, you know, double team a guy, you can pack the paint on a guy and like make it difficult for him. But like with KD, there's really nothing you can do. Like, he's gonna hezzy pull from 3, so you got to guard that.
When I watch him play, it looks way too easy. It's just unbelievable, man.
Does he make this? We talk about this with him a lot, but like, how easy it is for him to score? Does that ever, even for somebody like you, make you a little bit like envious that he can just do whatever he wants all the time?
I think everybody feels like that, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It just looks too easy. Like, if you see him, you know, you can say everybody can do it, but only he can do it, man. It's just unbelievable the way he scores the ball.
Who's your GOAT?
My GOAT?
Your GOAT.
Man, it's gonna sound crazy, but Kevin Durant. I mean, I've always just been a fan watching him play as a kid, you know. I've always been a fan watching him play as a kid.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's the first 7-footer I've seen like putting the ball on the floor and scoring off the dribble, so I've always been a big fan.
Top 5. He might break top 5 in the scoring.
Oh, he's no doubt going to break top 5. He's going to be a 30,000-point scorer. I mean, think about the guys are all at the top 5. Who shoots the ball like KD? None of them. Jordan, Kobe, Malone, Kareem. Right. None of them can shoot the ball like him. And he's a 7-footer, putting it on the ground, playing like a point guard.
You know, one of my favorite guys to see it, I liked him in Texas, was Kevin Durant. He had that, once I developed an 8-foot, you know, area where, you know, the step backs from 8 foot, you know, by no means am I comparing myself to a Kevin Durant, but I liked his style.
Kevin Durant, we have similarities. I mean, size-wise, I was thin, he's thin. He's taller than I am. He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot the ball from anywhere. I mean, so he has similarities.
You know, KD is one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game. You cannot play that way. You know, if you go back and forth with a guy like that, he's going to score 50, 70. You know what I'm saying? I just had a lucky night.
You know, he just had like a 50-point triple-double against us. It was unbelievable. I think for me, that was the best version of KD ever that I've ever played against. I went to him and I talked to him. I said, hey, man, like, I'm not here without you. Like, I'm not here without you. Like, you inspired me. You know, you impacted my life. Like, I wanted to be like you. You know, the way you play, the way you carry yourself, the greatness that you have, like, you know, all the things that you've accomplished in your career. Like, I looked up to all of that.
LeBron James has 20 straight seasons scoring 25 points or more a game. That's the record. You know, second?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. 15 in a row this year.
Yeah.
There's a player out there that you're looking at that motivates you.
Yeah.
Who's that player?
Kevin Durant. I love the way he plays the game. But he plays the game every single night, man. It's very inspiring. It's motivating. This is a guy who goes out every single night and gives it his all.
Back and forth between the two best players in the NBA.
He's going to be one of the greatest scorers to ever play this game. But the way he plays, just so joyous and happy, and it's like, so he's like a kid back in Maryland. You know, and I feel like when I'm on the floor, I'm a kid back in Akron, man. Right. I just want to play this game. We don't have many matchups left. Not sure how many we have left, but so you don't ever want to take it for granted when you're out there with such a great player, one of the, the best to ever play this game. So, it's always a treat, and it's fun. And, a lot of people always talk about, his weight or whatever the case may be. KD he will get you up off him for sure, out on the floor. So he's put in a lot of work, but he's just always been, he's just a natural born scorer. You have certain guys just come into this league that's what they do, and there's nothing you can do about it. Carmelo Anthony was one of those guys. Allen Iverson's one of those guys. Kevin Durant's one of those guys. It's just, and listen, you just hope that they miss. You just play great defense, and maybe you can, get a couple turnovers on them, make it a little tough on them. But I mean, we felt like we made it as tough as it could be at 39 tonight. So, this is, like I said, it's a treat to be out there with KD, Trey 5 for sure.
The chance of Durant, eclipsing LeBron or passing LeBron?
He doesn't have to. When we talk about basketball 20, 30 years from now, we're going to talk about Durant. We're going to talk about him being one of the all-time greats.
What about Kevin Durant? What do you think about Kevin Durant?
You talk about these two and you're battling who's the best, and Kevin Durant is going to sneak in the back door.
He came back one season and it became the toughest matchup that I've had to deal with in my entire career outside of Tracy McGrady.
Tony Allen was the toughest guy to defend you. Who was
By
the toughest
far.
guy to defend?
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kevin Durant. That was the one that I retired without really having to being able to figure out what it is that how I can stop him.
Why?
When he first came in the league, he was easy to defend because he couldn't go right and shoot. He used to kind of shoot across his face. So that was a weakness that he had. Also in the post, he couldn't turn left shoulder. Everything was right shoulder. So that gave me areas that I could shut off. Right. And then he started developing it. And now he can pull up left. He can pull up right. He can shoot the long ball. He has runners, left hand, right hand. Before he had a left hand finish at the rim, I could always send him left, force him all the way to the basket. Even with the advantage of his size, he was still uncomfortable finishing with his left. So I could clamp the right hand and now force him into tough situations. But now he developed that. So then I couldn't really figure out, is this a rhythm thing? I'm trying to count the seconds that he takes to make his moves. When does he make them? At what times in the game? I couldn't really figure out that rhythm yet. So I retired not being able to figure him out.
So, who is Kevin Durant? He is the boy who sought a father's love in a bouncing ball, the prodigy who carried a city on his narrow shoulders, the villain who chased validation in the lion's den, the patient who walked back from oblivion, and now, the elder statesman still searching, still scoring, still misunderstood. His story isn't about a perfect hero, it's about an imperfect human with a perfect jumper, forever navigating the weight of expectation, the sting of criticism, and the relentless pursuit of his own truth. In the end, perhaps that's what makes his golden era so compelling. Not the rings or the records, but the resilience. What's your take on KD's legacy? Is he a top 10 player of all time? Debate it in the comments below. And subscribe to Celebrate Men for more deep dives into the legends of the game.